Peace and blessings to the family. Love and light. It's your brother, Omni Amanashe, also known as Omni Omnis, aka the Nature God. Salute to all my kings, salute to all my queens. And as we all know, it is the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, you feel me? It's gonna be, people of course they still caught up in the Matrix family. And people like to have a good time or whatnot, but y'all most definitely need to be safe out there. You feel me? And enjoy yourself. But make sure that you putting out the right energy, and make sure that you're paying attention to your surroundings and the energies that surround you as well. But anyway, love and light to the family. Ashe is your brother. 37 years old. Like I said, man, I'm feeling good. I'm blessed. The universe is with me. Is in me, not on me, family. It's on me, not in me. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? It's all that, family. I got all that. I had somebody to tell me one time, like, yo, bro, you done changed. Like, you know how black people be. Like, fam, you switching it up, family. Like, you ain't on the same thing no more. It's about evolution for me, family. Like, if it's years and years in the future, and you still doing the same thing, you can be doing the same thing, but be done grew, be done changed in some type of way. And so that's what it's about for me. But anyway, love and light to everybody on this evening. I just wanted to address people pertaining to the religious subject. Now, family, y'all know what I do, right? Black history, right? Scientific literacy. Again, Black News 720, Omnivision EDU is a 7+ year platform dedicated to Native and Indigenous peoples, and is an educational programming that was made for our people, all right? Because we know when we go to school, they don't tell us everything. Columbus did not discover America, right? It was accredited to Amerigo Vespucci, if I'm not mistaken, all right? And he was a colonial, just like Christopher Columbus. But if Columbus discovered it, then it shouldn't be America, right? It should be Columbus instead of America. So just basic little facts. And then how they celebrate George Washington. You feel me? John Adams. These people were slave owners, family. They had people who they forced to work with them, to work for them, and didn't compensate them with anything but basic food and shelter, right? And so to me, this is criminal behavior, to force someone to do anything outside of their will, and then you benefiting, but they not benefiting. What sense do that make? And so that's one of the small things that got me to take my journey into consciousness and just being enlightened and being woke. And so I've been doing it, like I said, 7+ years now. And I don't believe you can fake for this long, family. I don't believe you can fake for this long. You feel me? Now, there's a lot of people who I done came in contact over the time, and they done, we done had bills, and people have learned and grown. I see family in the building, peace and blessings. Salute, family. I see, we try to build with people over time, and they might come across something that might be helpful. They might learn something, and they can pass it on to others. And so, like I said, when you go to church, you're paying tithes, you're paying offering, and they make it seem like it's for God, but they paying it, you know what I'm saying? That's going to the light bill. That's going to the capitalistic system. And you know what I'm saying? If you believe in the God of the universe, which is the God of all, you feel me? And I go by Omni, which is Latin for all. So like I said, it's in me, not on me, not in me. And so, you feel me? Like I'm right on my path, family, doing what the universe has selected me to do. And I believe everybody have different pathways. But along the way, I had teachers, I had people who I looked up to, who I went to for guidance. And when I went to them, they kind of deterred me from learning because they had no answers, family. And so I became the nature guy. I became Omni Amanashe through my due diligence in seeking knowledge, wisdom, understanding. And like I said, church, religion, That's nothing new to me. My father was a pastor. So people trying to be a pastor, people trying to be in church. And I was doing that as a kid. Revivals, 19 years old. Like I said, Pastor Noel Jones, George Bloomer. Just it's a few different names, family. Like I've done that. I've been there. I've been in here. We went on like little crusade tours. My father was one of the people, the chaperones, for when you fall out. You know what I'm saying? So he worked with Billy Hinn. So I've been in these circles. I've seen it all. I've done all of that. It just came to a point in time where I looked for guidance and no one around me had the answers. And so I went to the universe, and just like the same way in school. Like, you know, we in America, but we got different educational systems, right? And in different languages. And so no matter what your language is, no matter what your culture is, universal is science and math. So science and math is universal, family. All right? And so it's like, okay, you come from a different region in the world. You got a different religion. You got a different language. You got a different God. Just like people talking about God this and God that. God is a Germanic word, right? That derives from the word G-O-T-T, which means divine masculine, right? And we know there's no life without both masculine and feminine. That's why I don't believe in the Christian Holy Trinity. You got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, right? And there's no opposition. There's no counter opposite, like yin and yang. It's supposed to be a black and a white, a night and a day, a male and a female. Where is the divine feminine, right? In Africa, we have the Ankh. You see my cross? You see my cross, family? The Ankh, family, is a circle on it, right? This is the shaft for the male, and this is the womb for the divine feminine. So our system of belief is not just one-sided. It's based on yin and yang, all right? It's based on yin and yang, family. So I was explaining that to some Jehovah's Witnesses that came to my door not too long ago. I'm like, y'all trying to get me to go to your church, this and that, but I have more, I can explain better than y'all about religion and where it comes from. And it developed during, we was taught this through slavery, family. Our teachers, our grandparents, you know what I'm saying? Their parents taught them what they knew, and they were slaves. All right? It was illegal to read during the 1800s. They call it the anti-literacy laws, right? Well, people who look like you and look like me, it's illegal for you to try to read because they don't want you to know, family. And that's the biggest thing when it comes to manipulation and deception. You cannot be deceived if you are in the knowing. You cannot be manipulated if you know what's going on. If you know what's going on, family, you cannot be deceived. And so, confusion, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and my brother were talking about it with like the news and the propaganda that they put out there. This is to create confusion. So you can't see and you can't hear and know what's going on. Like I said, we got eyes to see, minds to think, right? And then we got ears to hear. You feel me? So these are sensories, like, that the universe gives you naturally to detect vibrations and tell what's truth and what's not. And I just feel like it's not cool when you believe in this stuff and you participate in this stuff and no one can explain. That's not cool. And I can't sign up for that, family. But love and light to everybody in the building. I see Queen Shirley Blackwell in the building. I see you. I see love and light. Much love, sending out the vibrations, positive. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it positive. And I just know I'm not the best person in the world, but it's just, I'm not the best in certain environments. There's certain environments that's for certain people, just like different species. You got the jungle, you got the marine life, you got creatures that fly, you know what I'm saying? So every environment ain't for everybody. I just feel like in the right environment, I can thrive. I just want to learn. I want to teach. And I feel like black people are very spiritual. We got the spirit. We can sing. We can dance. We can run. We can jump. We can do all that. Very magical people, right? But what we lack the most is knowledge, family. all that spirit with very, very small knowledge. And all this big ego, that's another thing. People with big egos, they don't want to listen. They don't want to learn. You feel me? Because it's all about them being in control. If you teaching, if you advancing something, if you going to a mechanic and they study cars and they know the parts, they've done labor, you know what I'm saying? They've done jobs, you know what I'm saying? So they know the system of mechanics. You go to them for their expertise in studying that particular body of knowledge. And so that's how I look at it with me, family. I deal with genetic sciences pertaining to black people, right? And natural science. So any science that's pertaining to nature, the natural world, biology, ecology. Biology, study of the body. Ecology, study of the ecosystem, right? Physics, the study of particles and the small things that make up larger things. Chemistry, the study of the elements. And so all of this is dealing with nature, family. And what we have gone wrong is we forgot that the earlier systems, it's like I got on my arm, King Tut, you feel me? With the sun, the halo, the same one that Jesus Christ stole before they stole our cross and took the womb off of it. Like they're stealing from our culture, family. But anyway, yeah, I done tried to chop it up with people, family. They act like they want to build, they want to teach, but they not really coming in to build. They're not really coming in to sit down and have the conversation about religion. Why is it good? Why is it bad? They just tell you, oh, God did this for me in my life. God did that for me in my life. You feel me? God did this and all of that. Like I said, it's a word that's associated with the Germanic expression G-O-T-T, which means divine masculine. They're leaving out the feminine on purpose. So they disrupt the African belief, right? There's no union, there's no balance, there's none of that. And so we're not for that, family. Somebody got to stand up and say something, family. And that's why I'm here. That's what I do. I stand up in front of people and say what I got to say and do what I got to do, family. I'm not afraid of people. You feel me? But I just feel that it's my assigned mission while I'm existing, why I am a living incarnate on this planet to shine light. You feel me? And share it and spread it with other people. And hopefully it'll be a blessing to you, family. I share love and light. Love and light, family. I know everybody enjoying their weekend. I ain't mean to disrupt the weekend. It came to my mind, family, like people running away from meaningful conversations. I had a conversation with my pastor. We had a sit down. We talked about religion. And I was telling them about the sun and the ancient religions who focused on nature and the moon and the sun and things that, predated the record of the Bible and these inscriptions that they have on different temples and all of that, right? And so I just feel that in colonialism, it is a part of the root of colonialism is to disrupt the pre-existing systems. Whatever you believe in, it cannot exist. In the Bible, they talk about Jesus with what? Hair of wool? He's supposed to have hair like mine. Beard like mine. You feel me? He's supposed to have skin of bronze like mine. You feel me? Right? But then when you go into church, what you see? You see a recessive, right? Blonde hair, blue eyes, right? And it's nothing like the description in the Bible. You check out my man, what's his name? Napoleon Bonaparte. The greatest excavator, right? He going to the pyramids. He going to Egypt, right? And they blowing off the noses off the structures. So you see ancient rulers, and it's recorded. But you see that they tried to disrupt our noses, our features, family. The Olmec heads are people of African descent. From the Olmec civilization, I think it's South and Central America. And so, yeah, family, y'all got to check some of this stuff out. But I can't make you do it. Like I said, I do this because this is what I want to do, family. Nobody forced me to do this for this long, family. This is what I really do. This is my real interest and what I really care about. And so, you can't fake it for so long, family. But anyway, love and light to everybody. I ain't even gonna hold you too long. I just wanted to speak about religion and somebody just working on themselves and striving. You get mad at me for being a higher version of self and having new ideas, right? And expansion of ideas and, you know, changing my whole mindset, fam. I stopped listening to rap for a minute. I stopped listening to hip hop for a minute. Like, you know, people that was into the culture. Like, yeah, I came up in it, but I'm like, yo, I want to do something different. There's a lot that's going on that's not serving no higher purpose. You feel me? And I was just very spiritual with it, and I had to go internal, family. And so there was nowhere I could go but to me in the universe. And the universe gave me the name. Omni Amen Ashe, family. You feel me? Omni Ominous, the nature God. That is my identity. I don't feel like this is my first time being here. I've been here many times. And I earned my astrologies. I earned my Libra justice. You know what I'm saying? My Scorpio emotional intelligence and intensities. To be able to see beyond and see the hidden, what people try to hide. You know what I'm saying? I like beauty. I like, you know, surface beauty is good, but what other things do you have that's dope about you? Because I do genuinely want to build with people that's dope like me. But you gotta be different. You gotta be something about you that's different. And it's good to take care of yourself. You feel me? Because I take care of myself. But at the same time, there's more to it than that, family. You feel me? I'm a spiritual man at the end of the day, no matter how I might look when I step out in the world. It's other things that I value beyond just the surface beauty. And, you know, it's some nice sisters out there, but a lot of sisters think they can get away with just, you know, you got a little beauty. What other things is it to you? You know what I'm saying? I want to get to know you. Everybody's so fat. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You feel me? But, love and light. Ain't gonna hold y'all for too long. Peace and blessings. It's your brother. Catch y'all on the next one.